Okay, go say something.
Can you hear me now? Yes? Everybody, can you hear me now? Hey, guy. Hey, man. Maple Cook, how are you doing? That's not a problem. I'll see you again a little later.
Yeah.
Everyone can hear me now. The sound's good.
Okay, let's go from the top.
Yes? Yes? Good. Okay. All right. Well, now I'll start over again since nobody heard me. I'm sorry. That was a bit of a waste of time. So anyway, so I'll start again.
We've got more people now.
I know we have more people. Anyway, start all over again. Yes? Interesting day. Anyway, today we're going to be making a paella. Yeah, and this is what all of us, the last live video we decided on making is going to be making a paella or something typical from this area, from Catalonia. And like I said earlier, well, now you can hear me, the girls are handling all the tech stuff, so this is new for today. And then Jim is also handling my camera, and he's going to be doing all the close-ups and everything. So he says hi, but you can't see him. So anyway, all right, so we're going to be making a arroz de la montaña, or we're going to be making a mountain type paella. This is a local dish, and I'll introduce the ingredients in a sec. The typical paella that everybody sees is obviously the paella de marisco, or the seafood paella, which is in every single place, every single bar that you will see when you come to Spain. And this is an easy little recipe, a little different. I modified it as well to make it easier for you at home. And I'm going to start showing you all the ingredients. Is everyone ready? Yes?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Number 3.
Okay, so today we're going to be starting with a little bit of Bomba rice. Now, Bomba rice is a rice specifically for paella. It's a short grain rice. And I've said this in many of my videos, but basically it's about 1 part rice, 3 parts water. It takes a lot of water when you're making this. So just make sure you have a lot of stock on hand. I have some chicken stock that I already made from, well, my chicken a few days ago. And then we're also going to be making a little bit what we call sofrito. I'm going to be doing a simple one today. Instead of actually making the marco sofrito, I'm just going to be using a little bit of tomato, and I'm going to mix it with some other spices and ingredients, as well as some paprika or pimenton, which we call it here, a little bit of dried rosemary. Fresh is best, but if you can't get it, use dried. We have a little bit of lima beans, typically. It's another local bean that they use here, but if you can't get them, that's a good substitute. A little bit of saffron left, so we'll use a little bit of saffron. And then as well, some haricot vert, or a little bit of, well, green beans. We're going to blanch and use this for some garnish at the end. Good? Yeah. Okay, good. So anyway, if anybody has any questions or comments, and just before we start, let me say hi to everybody, because this time I'm actually reading the comments. I think it's a little easier. Egg, oh God, oh my, lots of people, huh? Hi guys, how are you doing? Bomba rice, never heard about it. Well, it's easy.
Like a short version,
yeah, it is. It's well, it's alright. You can get on Amazon, and I think I left the link in the description down below if you want to buy it. It's easy. It is an affiliate link, so I'll get a little bit of money for doing that. That's so just so you know, but it's not extra cost to you. It's Amazon's cost. And then, okay, yeah, mind-blowing recipes. Oh, thank you, Crispy Crunchy Cooking. And my mom, your link payment goes nowhere. My payment link goes nowhere. No? Okay, well, anyway, we'll try to fix it. So we're not doing super chat right now just because YouTube takes a lot of commission. There is a link down below. Apparently it's not working. I'll have to fix it, but down below, if you want to support the channel, you can donate to the channel to help keep the videos going, because it does take money to actually run all the videos and cooking and everything else, etc., etc. If not, it's okay. But if you do, I'll be more than happily thankful for this from the bottom of my heart.
It depends if, like, your mum's seeing a super chat link and it's not working.
Maybe. Mom, if you are, yeah, go to the description link where it says that and click on it.
To stream elements.
This says stream elements. It has it specifically written on there. All right, so before we waste any more time, we're gonna get cooking. All right, now before we start though, what is that? If everybody has had Spanish food or and everything, yeah, what I want to know, what's your favorite Spanish food? Yes, because we have tapas here, we have paella, we have everything. So talk amongst yourselves, and I'm gonna start. So what am I gonna do? Okay, so we have our paella pan. This is very typical in Spain as well. It's a flat dish pan. We're gonna get it hot. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to it while it's heating up. And we're going to let this come up to temp. And then we're going to throw in a little bit of our chicken leg and rabbit that I have cut or pre-cut for this dish. So you can use one leg of chicken and then a little bit of rabbit. Again, this is very typical. Tortilla española, croquetas. Yeah, croquetas I like as well. Patata bravas as well. Patata bravas are I love. And croquetas as well. I'm gonna have to make some more croquetas. Okay, so when the oil comes up to temp, we're going to add the meat to the dish. You're going to let this cook, and we're going to let this fry. I'm going to put this on high heat. Yeah? If you have a little too much oil in the pan, it's not a problem. So you can make, now normally in the older days or for the families, they make paella every Sunday with the family. And then in the restaurants, it's typical that you have the paella also on Thursdays and as well on Sundays. They normally have this when you visit Spain. Just a little helpful tip when you visit if you want to eat it. Because they typically have it with the menu during the day with the carta. Okay, so you want to put a little bit of color on this. Now, while this is cooking, we're going to add just a little bit of saffron. Jim, I think the white's a little high. See, just a little. Just a little pinch of saffron. See? Okay. You do want that color, that's the best. Now, we're going to let this cook. We're going to add the tomato. Let the tomato cook. Now, while this is cooking, I'll explain to you the proper way of doing it, because today this is a little bit of the fast way. So, yes. See? Fantastic. Ah. No, Rodrigo is saying the link in the description is confirmed at the end, just removed. Aye. Okay. Thank you, man. Yeah, we're gonna, well, I'll check it in a sec. So, while this is cooking, yes. So typically, this is not actual sofrito or marca. This is just tomato sauce with a little bit of spices and herbs. To make marca or sofrito, I made it in one of my very first videos for paella. And if you want to check that out, then I can leave a link down below, or check my channel out because I have made a lot of paella. So typically in the restaurants, what we'll do is we'll take bell peppers, we'll take tomato, we'll take as well as paprika and everything, and we'll let this cook, and onions, and we'll let these cook and cook and cook for like 6 or 7 hours, and you let it reduce. And then you put this through a puree or I forget in English now because I normally speak in Spanish, but we put it through a puree, yeah, or a food mill. That's what it is. We put it through the food mill, and this is the base for the paella. But it takes hours, and that way we can take we have everything ready for the paella. So we just take that and then we can make 50 paellas, just, you know, one after the other. Bingo. So today we're going to do it the easy family way. And everybody has their own style of making this as well. I'm using leg meat specifically because the chicken is going to dry out when you're cooking it this long. So leg meat's better. All right, now, after the tomatoes cook a little bit, we're going to add the rice, and we want to cook this off, just like the risotto. We're just going to let this cook for a few minutes, let the rice come up to temp. All right. So, it seems like everybody loves tortillas. Yeah, Spanish tortilla. And it's been a while since I made one. I made a video. See, no, I made one for us. I made one for us a few weeks ago. And then I made the video last year, actually. So I'll have to make another one. But no, tortillas are fun. Because a lot of the Spanish food, a lot of the food is very family type oriented. And they call it pica pica here. So when you make something like croquetas, you make tortillas, you can have things for all the family, the whole group, and everybody can just take a little bit, you know, of jamon serrano or this or that. So it makes it easy. All right, now, real quick, you're gonna add a little bit of stock. Yes? Just because it's starting to stick. Now, what we're going to do now is we're gonna start cooking the rice. Now, traditionally, yes, because I'll tell you the traditional way of making it. Traditionally, the paella, or the paella pan, what they do is they will cook this literally everything here. So they have a specific pan and a gas burner that goes under it. It's specifically made for it. And then they cook it, and this is for like big get-togethers and big parties. And and you can make, you know, the paella pans will be like 3 feet, 4 feet across. So massive pan of food. And typically this is what people do in their backyards and during the day. Today I'm going to show you what we do in the restaurant so we get a perfect paella. And we're not going to get, well, it's not going to be burnt and it's not going to be, you know, underdone or etc. The only thing is though, then the traditional thing is that a good paella is when the rice sticks to the pan. And yeah, because then it has that crunchiness, it has that texture to the rice as well. Now, I'm just going to keep adding a little bit of stock. We're going to let this cook just for a few minutes on here. And while this is cooking, I'm going to add a little bit of paprika to this, because paprika they typically add a lot of in Spanish cuisine. And this is sweet paprika, not spicy. And then, of course, again, you can add some, well, rosemary. Fresh would be better, but like I said, anytime you don't have fresh, we'll use dried. And this is also the time to add a little bit of salt, because while this is cooking, it'll enhance the flavor. All right, so this is what we did last time. If anybody wants to see anything for next week, or not next week, sorry, in 2 weeks, it would be a good idea now to brainstorm and come up with an idea of what everybody wants to do. And we can do something easy. We can do breakfast, we can do dinner, lunch, Spanish food, whatever. It doesn't matter. Because last time we did eggs benny, and then, you know, this time we're doing Spanish cuisine as well.
What did we say? We're going to do some pasta as well or something, yeah?
Yeah, we can do some pasta. Yeah, yeah, we could do some pasta. That'd be nice, no? All right, so I already have the oven preheated to about 220 centigrade. if you can see this color, yes, because I'm also watching myself right now, so I'll make sure that it's good. If you can see this color, this is a good color. It's not too red, yeah, it's not too dark. More or less, this is a good color. And if you're going to cook this on the stove top, you're going to turn down the temperature, and you can cover it with a little bit of aluminum. But I'm going to show you the trick in a sec. And you want this, just like the risotto, you start to see where it starts to thicken. Yes? All the fat from the stock. That's what you want. And today I'm the only one speaking because Jim's doing the camera, so he's concentrating and I have to keep everybody entertained. And I'm not used to it. No, everybody's quiet in the chat.
Ask them if the video's stuttering or not.
The
motion.
Yeah, how is the video? Are there any problems? Does anybody see any stuttering or anything else?
Just like a few frames too.
Because I'm seeing it. Oh, I'm not watching it all the time.
You won't see it live anyway.
No, because there's a little bit of a delay from when I'm speaking here to seeing it in the camera. It's a little weird.
I'm not okay, but I think it's skipping frames because of the laptop a bit.
Maybe.
But have we got good audio, everyone, now?
I think so. No?
I think so.
I think we no.
You can hear you. Okay. Miriam says yes.
Okay, so it's been about more or less 5 minutes. Yeah? Now, before this goes in, I'm gonna taste it just to taste the sauce. More salt. A little more salt. Okay, so like I said, it's about a 3-to-1 ratio with the spices. I'm actually gonna put in a little more paprika too.
You're gonna keep me moving now.
A little more paprika.
Who we got in the chat today, by the way?
Well, no, we have a lot of people. Well, we have my mom, we have Taika, we have myself as well. We have Crispy Crunchy, and I have a few more people. If I zoom up, we have Sylvia, Sanjia's Beauty and Blogs, and a few more people as well.
Smells so good.
Okay, so more or less at this point, I'm gonna.
Even though it's dried rosemary, it's quite potent, so you can really smell it coming alive, can't you?
Yeah.
I love the smell of rosemary.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so right.
Amazing. That's what you mean to say.
All right, so when it's at this stage, yeah, with the stock and everything, I'm going to add a little more stock. Just a little more. The oven's on high or on 220. I'm going to flatten it because I want flat rice. It's important to have it flat. I'm going to turn this down. And I'm going to put this into the oven. And we're going to put a timer on for about 12 minutes. And this, more or less, is what we do when we have paellas normally in the kitchen. We cook it on the stovetop for about 5 or 6 minutes, and then we pop it in the oven for about 12 minutes, and it's done. And the timer's on, the timer's on. So while that's cooking, I'm going to blanch some beans. No? It's okay, Jim, if you can't see me.
No, okay.
So,
Mhm.
that'll take a few minutes to come up to temp. Alright, so
I'm just following you around.
no, I know. It's still a little new to me doing all live videos and everything because I'm used to recording and having everything ready and set, and well, we learn as we do more, no? So
It's easy when someone's moving around the camera for you. Yeah?
no, it's very easy because Jim's doing a good job with all the camera movement and everything, and then I'm only having to focus on the cooking, but I'm still looking at the camera. It's an old habit. No, not able to tip. Nobody's able to tip.
Want me to go and have a look?
Yes. See, yeah, it's okay, Jim, because I have about 5 minutes. All right, so guys, Jim's gonna try to fix the link right now for tipping. He's gonna fix it, and while he's busy doing that, and I'm waiting for the water to come up to temp, I'll put some salt in the water. We'll blanch the beans real quick. That's the oven. Yeah, if you heard the beep, that's fine.
It's not confirmed on the end of the thing.
Ah, Vale.
I'll fix that.
All right, well, Jim's fixing everything. All right, he's a tech whiz. It's very easy for him to fix things. Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, if anybody's into gaming or anything, yeah, Jim has the Twitch account, yes? And I didn't put the link this time. I'll put it after the video, after I'm done. But I'll link it to his channel. So go support him if you're on Twitch and if you like watching gaming videos and everything. It's good, yes? He does a very good job. He's very entertaining. Probably more entertaining than me because he's more used to speaking to people on the chat than I am. The video's jumpy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I might look at it in a minute.
All right, well, Jim's going to try to fix that as well in a sec. Well, it's okay because you can see pretty much what I'm doing here. So. I would like to take a culinary course. All right, yeah, and all right, so after we're finally settled after moving and everything, so I would like to do a culinary course specifically for teaching how to cook and everything. I can do this online as well as in person. So if you're in Barcelona, I can do this here with me or at your house. And then also to create, it's going to be a little longer though, but to create a online course that you can specifically pay to take a course on cooking, because otherwise it'll be a little more tailored to the specifics and basics and a little more boring maybe, because otherwise with all the YouTube videos, it's not very entertaining if I tell you all the little secrets and everything. But anyway, it's something that I would like to do very soon. And hopefully we will be doing it soon. Jim's still trying to fix the link. All right. All right, well, Jim says that he has it almost working. Almost. If anybody wants to ask any questions, now's a good time because we're waiting. For anything, like if you've been to Barcelona, if you've been to Spain, not Barcelona, write down in the comments, let me know. I've been to a lot of places in Spain. Not everywhere, but a lot of places.
Which one is your favorite?
Well, it's different because every region's different. No, because I like Barcelona, but Barcelona is different than like if you go to Andalusia or Malaga. So, it depends. Huh? Oh, why is it different? Well, no, all right, well, Spain has a lot of different, what is it? In every place, the language is a little different in every place as well. So when you go, say, like to Andalusia in the south, the Spanish is, say, if you're English, is very difficult to understand because they have a very different way of speaking Spanish. And if you haven't been there and you go, expect it because you'll hear it when you get there. Or you can Google Andaluz accent. Sometimes it's very hard for me to even understand it. And then here in Catalonia, is easier to understand, but then they speak Catalan as well, and sometimes they mix while they're speaking in Spanish and then Catalan. And then when you go to, say, Madrid, the Spanish again is different. Or you go to Castile. So every area has its own little differences. And paella, if anybody doesn't know, but the paella, whoops, is technically from the Valencia area. And I'm not going to talk about the history right now, but there's a lot of history that goes back to the making of paella. They thought, or they said, it was because the Moors controlled, Spain for hundreds of years, a very, very long time. And this is what, there's a big story of the Reconquista, which is the Spanish conquering Spain back. But anyway, the Moors brought a lot of their, and you'll see this in the architecture when you visit Andalusia, they brought a lot of the architecture with them, and they brought a lot of the culture as well. And one of the things that they brought was the rice. And this is why in the Valencia area, I don't know why it's just the Valencia area, but they did in the Valencia area create, there's hundreds of rice dishes. You have the typical paella, but then they have the arroz de bogavante, the arroz de congrejo. They have a lot of rice dishes and a lot of different cuisine. But I don't know, it's quite interesting.
Ask if anyone's on the PC, not on the mobile, try the link, because we've got it on the PC, but not mobile.
All right, so just to ask, Jim wants to know if anybody is on the mobile or the PC and not being able to click on the link.
Well, try if someone's on a PC.
Oh, sorry. If somebody's on the PC, if you could click on the link just to see if it opens, because he's saying it works on the PC, but on the mobile it's not working. Little by little, every week we get better. Yes. This time we were on time this time. I have to admit, this was good. This was very good for us. Oh, you're on the phone. iPhone. Oh, that might be the problem.
Well, there might be two links for Stream Elements. The one that we've got in there works for me on the PC.
Sorry, Jim's talking to me, everybody, if you're not hearing.
They should be able to hear me.
See?
Yeah. But like, they're trying on the mobile, and it goes to the right place, and it goes to the Stream Elements homepage. But on the PC, when you try it, it goes to the right place.
See?
I'm just trying to fix the buffering problem as well.
Right. Anyway, today, to tell you a little bit about the weather, yes, because us English love to talk about the weather. So today, we've had some really nice weather here the past few weeks, at the end of May and the beginning of June. Very nice weather. It's been hot. It's ready. We're ready to go to the beach. Today, as soon as we got up, it started raining on us. The first day out of like 3 weeks. Oh, again, the same day that we do the video. Anyway, right now it's hot, it's windy, it's beautiful weather out. And last week, I'll explain. All right, so I'm gonna blanch the beans. Just gonna cut the tips off because we don't want the ends for these beans. We don't need them. And I'm going to pop them in the water for a few minutes. Just going to blanch them. Now, we went last week, and I think I shared this on Instagram, but if anybody didn't know, we went to the Pyrenees with some friends last week. We had a lot of fun, went rafting and everything else, played some bubble football, or I forget what you call it, but anyway, you put a big, football or bubble on you, and then you have to, it's like bumper cars with a big bubble on you that you have to run around with the football. It's fun. A lot of work though, but a lot of fun as well.
Okay, I'll put the link in the chat. That one, if they click on the link in the chat, it goes to the correct place.
Vale, okay. So if everyone heard that, so Jim fixed it apparently, but if people want to click on the link in the chat to donate, it should work now. Yeah? So that's it. Oh, mommy and little chefs. Oh, thank you. That's okay. Don't worry if you can't stay for that long. That's all right. It's been a long time. I'm glad to hear from you guys. I hope everybody's doing all right. So, and if Yeah, I know.
Can't do everything.
You missed the beans. Okay, good. It works. Fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you, Mom.
Tech support.
All right, tech support's here. All right, so.
What? What?
What?
Tell me what happened. There's number 2. You got no picture on number 2?
No,
Nothing.
it's not the page.
No.
No. It's yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go to.
Can't see.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Oh, wait, no, Jim.
What's number 2?
No.
Number 2. No, I need to go picture. Oh, there.
No. Yes, sir. It's working.
No, they can't see it.
No, I can see it. I can see it on my iPad. All right. So if okay, yeah. Believe it or not, the cameras are a little technical if you don't know how to fix everything. Or the users. New people are on the computer today. So anyway, the beans, we blanch them just for a few minutes. We just want to par cook them. A little bit of cold water. Okay. All right, and after this looks a little dirty, but I'll clean this up, trust me, after we finish here, because otherwise it's hard. So the beans, all right, the beans are chilling, yes. We're gonna put this on at the end, and we'll julienne the beans, and we have paella should be more or less, whoops, it's hot, yeah? That's another, no, but be careful. When you take out anything, when it has a lot of moisture, anything in the oven, stand back a little bit, otherwise the vapor could burn you. So more or less, it has a good color to it. And this is a little trick. Can you see this? Good. If the paella, when it comes out of the oven, if you see spots, and this is just from the professional kitchen speaking, like here is a little, it doesn't have a lot of color to it. You can add a little more stock and just pop in the oven for a few seconds, yeah, or 2 minutes more. That's it. But more or less, it should look more or less like this. Now we're going to decorate. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a few of these green beans or haricots vert, yeah, julienne, just for a little bit of garnish, and then we can decorate with a few of these. Now, like I said before, the paellas, you can make anything with the paellas. I mean, there's a million different rice dishes to make. But if you follow like this recipe that I'm going to give you, and that's in the description, or one of my others that I've given you in the past, they're super easy to make. Oops, all right, I lost a bean, forget that one. They're super easy to make, and they doesn't have to be difficult. But the important thing would be to get the correct rice. And if you can't get it at your grocery store, Amazon has it. And like I said, I have the affiliate link down below in the description, I should at least, for the Bomba rice on Amazon, and anything else as well if you want to cook. I have a few other links as well for Amazon as well, and it is an affiliate link, just so you know. So I do get a little bit of a commission, which helps me out as well. So thank you guys very much. Yes, for everybody that's here. I need look super advertising. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it is very colorful. It looks better in person, trust me. So, all right, we're just going to decorate a few beans. It's just simple. Yeah, this is not very fancy. I've made fancier dishes. Yeah, this is a simple, easy, simple dish. So, it doesn't have to be complicated, but it's tasty.
But the history,
or it can be tasty.
The history he was talking about with paella, though, because it's a really rustic dish. It comes from a small place on the coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, there's a lot of rustic cooking in Spain. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm just gonna taste it just a little bit. Now, this is true. This dish, I put a little extra rice for all of us today. So, you taste it. A little hard. All right, so it has enough moisture in it. One of two things you can do. I'm gonna pop this back in the oven for a minute or two. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Seriously, this helps us out a lot because this past year, the food prices have increased and, well, production for this has also increased quite a bit. So, real quick, it's called flashing. I'm gonna flash this in the oven, yeah? Just to heat the garnish up. This is very important. Oh, thank you very much for that. I just saw this. Thank you very much. That's a nice tip. That'll help us out a lot. So the important thing is whenever you have, and I'm going to make this for the course, but I'll give this to you for today for free. Whenever you have veg, because I used to be on garnish, is very important, especially with green vegetables. Yeah, especially with these little green beans. You cannot overheat these. You can blanch them and then you heat them or reheat them when you serve, if this is something important to you. But this will turn brown, and when this turns brown, is, you know, the poubelle, which is the trash. Yeah, you throw it, done, because it doesn't look nice. So whenever you have any green vegetables, specifically green, you pop it in the oven or the salamander, get it really hot, plate it, and then send it. So, like I said, if anybody's interested also in becoming a chef or anything else, well, talk to me before and I can help you. But I will also tell you that it's one of the careers that you have to love cooking, you have to love the cuisine. And you have to love working a lot of hours. But you learn how to become a good chef. It's a good trade-off. And you get to travel too, because I've been to like 4 countries now. Back and forth, back and forth. I've moved like 20 times in the past 4 years.
You're moving expert.
I'm a moving expert, yeah. Oh, Oh, thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. So, anyway, guys, it should be done right about now. All right, now, if the paella is still a little wet, put it back on the heat. Get this out of the way. Put it back on the heat and to dry it. This is important. Yeah, because it still has a little bit too much water in it. And then if it's a little al dente, the rice, you need to, well, cook it a little longer, add a little more stock if it needs it. And that's it. And if you have any questions or comments on making paella, because this is today, it's more just talking and relaxing and enjoying the day with friends instead of like, oh, you have to do this and this and that. No. So if you want to make a paella properly, I have videos. And if you still can't, then just text me or ask me or write down in the comments. And also don't forget, if you haven't subscribed or liked the video yet or subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe, as all this really helps out the channel, but like a lot. It helps out a lot. All right, so more or less we're done. Now, like I said, this is not the prettiest paella I've made. This is a very simple paella. You can add maybe a little bit of aioli if you have it, or maybe a little bit of, well, chives, a cebollino, other things.
Well, that can confirm it smells.
See, so anyway, that is a simple paella, chicken and rabbit. Yes, with some haricot verde, green beans, a little bit of rosemary. We couldn't get fresh, that's not a problem. A little bit of saffron and some, I can't pronounce the Catalan word for the beans. Garrofón. Garrofón. Yeah, so these are typically not, these are actually Lima beans. Or technically, they're a little smaller, and in English are Lima. But anyway, guys, this is a simple dish to make. And if you want, we're going to take a little census, yeah? Right now would be the time to come up with an idea. What does everyone want to see next time? We are thinking about pasta, maybe another Spanish dish, an easy thing to make. You saw how easy this paella was to make. I mean, seriously, it's taking us less than an hour to make this, probably 30 minutes. And it's done while I'm talking and while I'm doing it slowly. And it's finished. So this is an easy dish that you can do at home. I don't know. What do you want to do? We can do bolognese, we can do Italian, we can do French.
Yeah, it's all kinds of stuff.
I don't know. If you don't come up with an idea, if any of you
Pastry.
don't... Yeah, well, pastry maybe not, but...
Pre-made pastry. If you want to like do something, you know, use it like a pie or something like that.
See, yes,
You
yes.
haven't done any pies yet, have you? On the channel.
No, actually, I haven't. I don't know, I haven't.
You're not
No,
really Wellington, but
no, but I've been wanting to make apple pie, but I haven't done that for a long time. I haven't had apple pie since I've been
Well,
back home.
if people are interested, we can do desserts as well.
Yeah, oh no, yeah, that's right. Well, anyway, guys, if there's no consensus now on what to make, it's just going to be us picking, and then you're stuck with it.
And they can leave comments after it's finished anyway. So.
Oh, well, that's right. I forgot about that. You can still leave comments and tell us later on, and I'll check it. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this super easy, delicious little dish and this recipe. If everybody's wondering, just real quick, I have done a few other videos if you're going to visit Barcelona on what to do in Barcelona. They're horrible videos. But if you, no, seriously, they're horrible, absolutely horrible, because this was like my first videos. But if I give people a lot of good information about what to see, and Spain is opening up, I think the 7th, tomorrow. See, so tomorrow, so you can come to Spain. I think still not if it's in America, no?
No, not America yet.
Not yet. Well, anyway, in
Europe.
Europe, if you're in Europe, you can visit Spain. So, you know, it's still a good place to come and visit.
PCR tests as well. From tomorrow. You don't,
That's
you don't
right.
have any PCR tests.
No, you don't have to do any tests as well. If you're on the continent, if you're coming from England, I think you have to take it. You have to take. Oh no, you don't.
No,
Well, something. We'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed or liked the video down below, please subscribe. At least, please hit that like button. Interact a little bit with the chat. Leave a comment down below. Tell me how you like the dish, and subscribe if you haven't done so to the channel, as it helps everything out. And as well as tipping, this helps out the most for the channel physically now, because this covers all the costs of running everything, electricity and everything else for making this. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments about what to do or visit or stay or anywhere in Barcelona, ask me. I live here. And if you need, or if you want to see any tech stuff, or if you want to see some gaming, go over to Jim's channel on Twitch. And that's right, he's not gaming right now. He had a little mishap with the PC, but he's going to be back at it. So anyway, he was gaming too much. But anyway, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to see you again soon, next weekend. And I think that's just about it. Yes? So until then, you ready? Wait. Let's see. Okay. I'm still getting all the things down. Yes. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. Until then, bye. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao. No, we're still going through. Yeah.
No, do something.